Hey everyone, it is another awesome episode of Poetry Worldwide. This is our first episode of season 2. Can you guys believe it? Season 1, we came out swinging in March. We had some of the hottest poets around the country, around the globe, and we really appreciate you guys for coming back and supporting us. But like I said, this is season 2. We've literally let our hair down this season. A lot of things are going on, a lot of great things. We're on Spotify, so we just appreciate Spotify and WYTV7, WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network for just believing in us and moving us forward. And we also got nominated for a Gospel Image Award, and we were just excited for that. And we're also going to be in the poetry and spoken word category. So you guys, if there's a voting portion, definitely vote for us. But today we have a very special guest. Uh, Pretty much across the country here. She is writing books. She's doing open mics. She is really tearing it up in her location. So everyone, without further ado, I want to introduce to you Ena-Alese. How you doing, Ena?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I always love it when new people reach out to me. So I saw your pictures, I saw your books, and I'm like, wow. I told my station manager, I'm like, we got to get this girl on the show. So I'm just excited to be here. So we're gonna just we're just gonna talk to you and let people know about who you are. That you're out here. That you're really doing great things in the poetry community. So I always ask this question: how did you know that writing poetry was for you, or being even a poet was for you?
Um, I started writing when I was like in seventh grade, honestly. I wanted to write like R&B music, but I couldn't sing. So I felt like since I couldn't write to sing, I would just write poetry. So I felt like poetry was a better fit in the event that I couldn't sing what I was writing, but I could say what I was writing and express it just as nice. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, no, that's good. We have an old saying here that like music is really just poetry, yeah, set to music or something like that. Something that we say, but you're pretty close. So maybe hey, if there's a singer out there, you feel like singing some of Ena's poetry, definitely link up with her. So we'll give you the contact information at the bottom part of the show. But that's a great story. Everybody's really starting off in poetry. It's somewhere in middle school, or they heard a hip hop song or a song and they just started writing. So that's definitely a good start. So to get into the next question, what inspired you to write, or why do you write? What's your purpose?
I write because I love writing, actually. Like, English is my favorite subject. Um, I used to just be sitting in my room and I've always listened to music. So I would just write because of that. Like, it didn't necessarily come from something that was happening to me. It was just always there. Like, I love writing, whatever it is. I just love writing in general. But I get to kind of express myself a little bit more in poetry, opposed to just writing like a short story, because you gotta have concept and all of that good stuff in
Yeah.
the story. With poetry is more free. So
Well,
yeah.
that's good. Would you say that you have a particular writing style? Do you rhyme, or is it free verse, where you just kind of let loose and just express yourself?
Um, it's kind of free verse. For the most part, even though it's like my genre is more towards like erotica and romance, like
Mm.
more intellectual on that side. But I think it's more free verse. Usually like my books that I've created, I took a word and I created a whole poem off that specific word. I got like a list of like words. I guess intimate words, erotic words, something like that. But it was just one word, and I created the whole poem based off that word. So that's where the inspiration from the book came. My godmom was like, "When did you experience all this stuff to write this poetry?"
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
I was
That's
like, actually, I didn't. I just took a word and wrote how it felt or what it meant to me and put it in a poem.
Well,
That's
that's good. That I always call that the poetic explanation because I've written some poems that have a romantic erotic tone to it, and I know I got that look from my mom like that. So I was just like, we feel things. Definitely, I always say that poets feel what the normal people feel 10 times more. So you just
right.
felt what you were writing. So that's beautiful. And I did want to ask with your writing style, you say that you're into erotica and romantic poetry. Who do you hope to inspire or touch with your writing? So if you had a particular audience, who do you hope to reach with your writing?
I would like to reach people who would like to explore that deeper side of themselves but can't do it themselves. So I write to like kind of, say what they want to say just from my perspective. Or if they need to go there mentally because they can't get there, maybe my poetry can take them there. So
All
yeah,
right. Well, hey, Zane, hey, you got your new protege here in Ena-Alese. So please, Zane, give her a call. So we always shout out celebrities on the show because we never know who's watching. So we just go
awesome.
shout you out and see if we can get you put on here. But that's definitely great. So I'm glad I told you we're starting off the first season 2 with a bang. So guys, hold on to your hats
Awesome.
because it's gonna get better. So I also want to ask, so you're in a pretty popular genre, so everybody's really kind of talking about it, and it's still a taboo subject in America for some reason. But how in your particular genre, how do you separate yourself from the other poets or writers?
Um, how would I separate myself? I see the difference in my writing. I think it's just because like most of what I write is something that I want to experience or it's something that I have experienced.
Hmm.
But I just believe like it comes from a deeper side of myself. Not to say that other writers, aren't deep or they don't come from within. I just feel like from where I write it from, or what I'm saying, where it comes from that side of me, where it comes from, like it's just different. I don't know, like I can't put it in words. Um,
So would you say that you have like a different perspective than maybe other
yeah,
writers do?
yeah,
So
like
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, just a different perspective. So that
Mhm.
that's definitely something that will separate you from the pack because we all have different views of, what we believe should happen in a relationship, what we believe romance is, or even if we believe in romance. Some
Right.
people may think about it like Santa Claus. Well, I don't believe in that. So, people just kind of get and come together. But we've talked so much about your writing, and so this is a new part of what we're doing in the show. So anytime we feature a writer, we're definitely going to hear some of their poetry. So, we've talked about it. So let the folks hear. Did you have something prepared for us today?
Yes, 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 yes. It's called Intimate Intellect Part Two. It does have a part one. Um, I I posted part one on Instagram, and some viewers were like, "Can you make a part two?" So I said, "Sure, I will." And I did, and this is it. And it's Intimate Intellect Part Two, and it goes, "I crave you. I need more of you, more of me. Unlikely to be we." In these sheets of hopes and nightmares, hoping the night pairs. Desperate in pursuit of mental welfare, shall we cease our fears? The connection we share, no one interferes. Like the screams of a private dancer, no one hears. I'm your dancer, you're my floor. You hold me up when I seem less grounded. Thoughts of you, I'm astounded. Half truths, the lies we sell whole, reflecting those embedded in a woman's soul for the fruits of her whole. Forsake me not as you enter me once more, our bodies silent. Consciousness sleeps, speak to me, no lips at all. I've come again, no sex involved.
All right. Wow. Okay. You see, I've got a little heated up here, so don't melt my makeup off. So but that is beautiful. That is beautiful. It's that's the great thing about poetry because you can almost not say the word sex or erotica or romance, but you can have people really just kind of dangle that word and have people's imagination go into it. So that is definitely really, really good. And guys, if you're just joining us, you just missed some hot fire. But we are speaking with Ena-Alese, romance erotica extraordinaire. She's coming out swinging, everybody, and she's just a beautiful soul that we have here on our first episode. So now we talked a little bit about your books. How many books have you written?
I've written two. I'm working on my third one. I have Erotic Soul Precession, which is the first one, and then the second one is like a sequel called Erotic Soul. I wrote both of them at a security job while I was on post.
Yep.
Like I definitely did.
Yeah, I hear you.
I
I hear you.
definitely did. I chose the words, and like I said in the beginning, I chose the words and I just wrote based on those words, and I made them a book. Some of them were pre-written, like I didn't use a word; they just came off the top of my head. But majority of them have like a root word, and I wrote based on that word. I feel like they're pretty awesome. Some of the poems are steamy, but I believe they're good books in general. Um, Trying to get them out there. I need more platforms. So I'm definitely happy to be here so I could talk about it and bring more attention to them. So yeah, but it's
Yeah, definitely. Well, with your first book, I tend to notice that artists really put a lot of themselves in their first cut. I know when I have about 6 books. I know when I wrote my first one, I mean, I poured everything into that book. So with your first book, what were some of the emotions that you went through when you were writing your first book? I mean, your first draft with your name on it. So how did that feel?
I was excited. Like I was like excited. I was like, yeah, it was just gonna be a test market book, like to see how people would respond to my writing. So I was hyped about it. I felt confident about it. It was some days where I was like, yeah, we're gonna just do this word another day because ain't
Mhm.
nothing coming to me at this moment. And plus, I was at work, so I would have truck drivers coming in, and I would have to stop, put it up, and then I let some of them read it, and they were excited about it too. So I felt pretty good about it. So yeah.
Well, that's good. You got the well. Hey, you just found another way to transport your books. You know, if you call up some of the truckers, be like, "Hey, leave this
Right.
at some of the truck stops, and we can get it going." So that, hey, I mean, you got to network, or you're not working. So you just, I that that is an awesome story. But as far as your second book, your sophomore book, how did you feel that you grew as a writer from going from book one to book two? What did you find yourself changing or evolving into a better poet?
I think the second one is it went a little deeper into emotion. It wasn't as super sexual as the first one, though it has that appeal to it. I just think it has a little more deepness to it, opposed to the first one. The first one's good. The second one is good too, but I think I just went a little deeper into it. Like I got more comfortable with writing from one word. Like it was there, so I could do it. But yeah, I think the third one is going to be awesome too. Um,
Yeah.
it's called Passion Overdose. It's not as sexual. This one is actually like a little deeper into your feelings type of poetry. So it won't be, steamy, but it's still gonna take you there.
All right.
Definitely. It's
Yeah,
still gonna take you there.
and guys, she gave me a sneak peek at the cover. Get your money together, please. Save your coins up. You're gonna want that. She's probably gonna break Amazon with the third one. So I'm ready. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm ready. But man, we're just having an awesome time here once again with Ena-Alese. She's coming out just strong, and we're here to support her in everything that she does. So we have a segment of the show that we call the Soul Session. So we always want people to know about the poem, the poet behind the microphone. So what sort of motivational words do you have for the audience? Is there anything that you went through as an author or as a person that helped you to become a better writer, a better person, or is there any words that you can give to motivate our listeners out there today?
Um, sure. With me, I would say no, don't fear competition. More so, embrace it. Because it's a lot of writers out here and it's a lot of good writers out here. So
Hmm.
I wouldn't fear the competition like, oh, I'm not good enough. Don't ever think you're not good enough, because even though it's a lot of writers, they're not writing what you're writing, and someone may need to hear what you have to say. So I always say just go on and do it. Don't be distracted. Just stay focused. I have a problem with distraction because I do get distracted. Um,
Okay.
and I also procrastinate as well. So yeah, like don't procrastinate and try not to be distracted. But just go for it. That's what I would have to say. Just go for it. Like, because at
Definitely.
first I was not going to pursue my writing career. I was in
Mhm.
love with hair since I was like 3. And I was not. When I got to my first year of college, my English teacher, we had to write like a couple short stories. She was like, "You're a great writer. I think you should pursue your writing more." And I was like, I always thought of that. I just never knew what to do with it. So I was going to be a journalist. And I was like, nah, you're going to be a journalist. I think I'll just stick with poetry. I'll have, a better chance with that. You know what I'm saying? It's me giving myself away in my words. So, yeah.
Definitely. Well, that man, that is definitely a beautiful, beautiful story. And guys, Ena is giving you words of encouragement. So if you're a young writer, or maybe all of the kids done left, it's back to school time, definitely pick that time and just start writing. Carry a notebook, or if with your phone, you got a notepad on
Indeed.
there. Just start writing. Just start
Indeed.
writing. Everybody has a story, everybody has a voice, and it deserves to be heard. So definitely exercise your First Amendment rights. It's out there, everybody else is doing it, you need to do it too. So we
Right.
really appreciate that story here. Now, you talked about your third book. So other than your third book, do you have any other projects coming up, or is it
Yes,
mainly the
I
third
do.
book?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Um,
no, you're fine.
I actually have a book. It's called "Sweep Me Off My Feet, Omaha." I began writing that book before I began my poetry books. That is going to be like an actual book where you actually get to see me write a story. You know what I'm saying, with actual characters and the stuff going on in there. But it's called "Sweep Me Off My Feet, Omaha." It's like a romance. I took a break from it to get some more imagination flowing. Um, so it is going to come out. It's about a realtor and a construction worker, and they meet. It's going to be pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, but that's going to come out. I was thinking about getting a book coach to help me with it. I was looking at that, so it could be that deal when it drops. I want it to be super good. But
All
yeah,
right.
it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. And
Okay.
I also have like I started my Facebook page, and it's called Rebel Minds. The name of my company is, I want a publishing company essentially to help some of these writers who want their writing out there, but just what I'm saying, scared to put it out there. I want to reach those writers with my publishing company. Um, but I started my Rebels Mind page, and I have something called Short Story Chronicles, where it's going to be a series of short stories.
Mhm.
Um, some romantic. I think I'm gonna do a couple horror. I haven't wrote anything funny, so I might try something funny. But for right now, I am advertising the first short story that's coming up, and it's called Susan's Demise. Um, pretty interesting. It's about a guy named Caesar and his wife. He's like he has like multiple businesses across North America, across the country, really. And then something happens where he's being deceived, and he's been deceived for a while. So it's gonna be good.
All right, all right. Sounds like a page turner, and I mean, as you can see, guys, she is excited. I asked the question, and the top of your head almost popped off. I love it. I love the passion. I love it. You got all of these great projects coming up, so we're excited. We're definitely going to have you back for an update show to let people
Awesome.
know where you're coming from, what you're doing. So if somebody, like you said, you wanted a book coach or different writers reaching out to you, how would they contact you?
Um, I have all the social medias from LinkedIn to Twitter. I don't have any of the new stuff, but I do have like all the known ones: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. I do have those. I have a Pinterest. I have no idea how to use it, but I do have it.
All right.
I do
All
have
right.
it.
Well, what are
Um,
what are the
my,
addresses?
okay. My name on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is Ena-Alese Writes. Writes with a Z. So that's ENA-ALESE Ena-Alese Writes. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram with that. My LinkedIn, it goes by my real name, Sharifa Fuller. I don't really post too much of my poetry on there. I do like network marketing and stuff like that. So that's like sort of a business page. But I mean, if you want to still contact me through there, that's fine as well. Um, Writers can email me at my email address, which is my name, sharifa.rmp.8@gmail.com. You can spell my name SHAREEFAH. Um, but yeah, I'm also going to have a website. Um, I don't know if I'm going to name it rebelsmind.com or enalesewrites.com. I'm not sure yet, but when it drops, I'll definitely inform everyone. But
Yeah.
it will have some interesting things on there. To have some things about me. I'm also doing interviews myself for like writers to try to give them an opportunity be um, to be able to put their work on another platform as well, which is my website. Maybe visitors or readers may want to check out some of their work as well. So I'm opening that door for other writers and authors as well on my website. It's almost done. I don't want to release the free version. I would like it to be under my own domain name. So it's
Mhm.
coming. It's
All
coming.
right. All right. Well, that is some great information, guys. Please reach out to Ena-Alese. She's out here. She's, another poet helping another poet, and that's
Indeed.
how you keep that good going. So we are coming to the close of the show, and we just want to thank WYTV7 again for believing in the goal and the dream that poets believe and have passion in what they're doing, and we just thank them again for having this platform. So before we close, we always do a sinner's prayer because we are a Christian network and we believe in souls being saved to Jesus Christ. So if you're watching and you do not have a personal relationship with Christ, I do want to lead you in a prayer. It's a simple prayer. Just say, Lord Jesus, come into my life. I make you my Lord and Savior. Please forgive me for my sins. And that's it. So we would ask that you would find a Bible-based church, make God first place in your life, and he will take you to places you never, ever dreamed of. So once
Indeed.
again, I am Jessica Crenshaw. That is Ena-Alese. We are
Awesome.
burning it up. Black women doing
Yeah.
our thing. We are out here.
Indeed.
We are writing our own stories. And once again, this is Poetry Worldwide, where we're giving poets a voice. Are you ready to be heard? Have a good day.
Awesome. You too. I'm also on SoundCloud.
All right. Check it out.